Alrighty, today I'm finally going to tell you about Jasper, the boy who was initially very unattractive to me, but somehow got me to fall deeply in love with him. He even got me to ask him out, and you won't believe how he responded. Trust me, you have to listen to the full story. It's worth it. So, 5 years ago, I got a like from Jasper on Coffee Meets Bagel. He had a slew of fascinating interests in his bio, but his photos weren't really attractive to me. I'm being honest. He's not someone I'd go for or crush on, but his personality seemed very intriguing and unique, so I agreed to dinner. During dinner, we had a really good conversation. We both grew up in a similar neighborhood, and he also enjoyed writing, live music, movies, and gastronomic exploration. He was generally very knowledgeable to my surprise, not in an arrogant way at all, but in a quirky way. And that really drew me in. I am a person that ponders a lot of random questions like, I wonder if the insecticide the government sprays to kill mosquitoes is harmful to us. Has anybody pushed back on that? And Jasper would often have the answers. His brain seemed to be directly connected to a live feed of the internet and all current events. He was caught up on pop culture, meme culture, all culture, you name it. And I learned a lot from him. Honestly, satisfying my curiosity and entertaining my random thoughts made our conversation so fun and engaging. Jasper made me feel like I can ask him anything and talk about anything. I remember at one point I confessed to him about the guilt I felt from hooking up with a random guy. And he seemed to understand that guilt and sympathize with me. I was able to be myself and not feel judged. At the time, I still went to church, and before meals, I'd say a silent prayer. Jasper was agnostic, but he'd sometimes even do a silent prayer with me. It was so sweet. In the back of my mind, I always thought Jasper might have liked me. He kept asking to hang out in the beginning, and we did meet on a dating app after all. I quickly began asking him to hang out frequently too as our friendship blossomed. After we had connected deeply and emotionally over the course of 6 months, there was one night after dinner as I was dropping him off that we both felt it. We both had grown a love for each other. At that moment, we looked each other in the eyes and kissed passionately. It felt so good to feel so understood, cared for, and connected to someone. A few months passed, and I fell even more deeply in love with Jasper. We hadn't defined our relationship yet, and I started to feel the urgency to do so. After all, I thought he liked me too. Someone I had no initial physical attraction toward, who I did not like at first at all. Now, I was head over heels for, about to ask him to be official. One night, after hanging out at his friend's place, I asked him, "Will you be my boyfriend?" He was shocked. I guess he wasn't prepared for this since we had been friends for 6 whole months and only recently began to be ambiguously romantic. I held my breath as he paused for what felt like an eternity. "Sorry, I don't think so," he said. My heart sank. I was so confused. I thought he was pursuing me in the beginning since we first met. I thought we had bonded during these months. But I respected his answer. He was a complex person, and I loved that about him. He also knew himself well, and he just wasn't ready for a commitment. I was sad, but I didn't hold it against him. Eventually, I did get a boyfriend, as I wanted to find and grow a committed relationship with someone. I think he felt hurt from that, but he also completely respected it and understood. After all, he rejected me. At the same time, I don't think he recovered from it because he did have feelings for me, and we gradually grew apart. He distanced himself, perhaps as protection. To this day, it's not something I regret because we were looking for different things at the time. But I still wonder, what if I continued to wait it out with Jasper? What if we continued to be ambiguously romantic friends? Would we be in a happy, committed relationship today? Would it have inevitably ended similarly, but just at a later time? And what about you? Have you ever had a similar experience? Have you ever fallen for someone you were completely not attracted to at first? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. And lastly, it would mean so much to me if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.